You are not here by accident. You have a huge desire in your heart to become the best version of yourself, and you know it. You have been sensing it for some time now, and it's time to make it happen, my friend. Welcome to your Encouraging Friend podcast. I am your host, Marilyn Serrano. Allow me to be your friend and encourage you to become all that you can possibly be in your personal and professional life so that you can make a difference in your world. Hey, you guys, welcome back to the show. Now, today I want to ask you, have you ever experienced feeling unqualified to do something? Maybe it's to start your own small business or apply for a job you've dreamed of for so long. Maybe it was starting a group to help others in an area you have excelled in, or something so small like participating during karaoke night. But let's just say you're not exactly Taylor Swift. You know, you can sing in the shower or in your car when nobody's looking, but not in a huge crowd. This would be me, by the way. But deep inside, you just want to try. It seems fun, you just want to be a part of it. Have a good time. But you just feel unqualified. I know exactly how this feels, and I'm sure you've probably felt this before at some point in your life. You see, I recently came across a video on social media the other day that I want to share with you because it taught me an invaluable lesson. A beautiful woman, I'd say she was in her mid-40s, is being interviewed for a new job. Her name is Laura. During the first scene, you see the man looking over the resume. You have a great resume, madam. Very impressive. Your professional experience is very interesting for the job role we are looking for. But unfortunately, there is a huge gap in which you have no work experience to show for. What were you doing during those years? He asks. With a proud smile, Laura says, "You see, I became a mother and I decided to take care of my children during those years." The reality is, he goes on to say while nodding his head, you have an impressive resume. But what we need now is someone with a plus for this role. And I'm not going to lie to you, you have been out of the marketplace for a very long time. As he continues, Laura looks disappointed. He let her go. She is now in another office being interviewed. You've been out of work for a very long time. What did you do during that time? The woman asks. A little afraid, she says. You see, I became a mom, but now I'm recuperating my time and I learned fast, she says. Laura looks discouraged and embarrassed in the scene. The woman lets Laura go. She goes to the next interview and the same thing happens. And the next. And the next. She is being rejected. She is now telling the interviewers that she had been out of work so that she can concentrate on some personal projects at the time. Until one day, she is at a cafe. She is sitting outside overlooking her resume, feeling anxious and discouraged, thinking about the rejections she has been receiving, thinking about why this is happening to her. Suddenly, she looks up and notices a mother sitting across the street outside a building, holding a phone with her left cheek as she is feeding her baby, who is on a stroller. The baby's mom puts down the spoon, grabs her pen, and continues writing on her notepad, which is on her lap. She puts down the pen, grabs the spoon, and feeds her baby. The woman keeps on doing this, and Laura is staring right at her in awe. Laura begins to reminisce of the time she was doing the same thing with her children. The scene changes and she is now in an office being interviewed by a man once again. Your resume is very good, but we have called you because we need someone in our company who has the skills you have developed these last few years. We are looking for someone who has organizational skills. someone who takes initiative. Now more than ever, we need someone who gives positive energy, he says. Someone who can motivate others. Someone with management capacity. Someone who is not afraid to take risks. It is essential to have a versatile person and with emotional intelligence. Laura, the reality is, you are the plus we are looking for. Just one more thing, he says. In which company did you say you developed these skills? The scene of the mother feeding her baby while working comes up again. She smiles and a few beautiful scenes come up next. Ability to take risks when she decided to have a baby. Ability to sacrifice and give effort when she felt exhausted during those late nights taking care of her baby. Communication and speaking when telling stories and teaching her beautiful children. Management when helping her children pick out their clothes and, teaching them how to change themselves. Ability to motivate others when her son was feeling very sad one day and disappointed, but she turned that frown upside down. Planning and organization when she spent time setting up doctor's appointments, game schedules, work appointments, and having family time. Perseverance and consistency when she spent time doing homework and getting things done with her children consistently. Leadership and equipping while working together with her family on setting up a special birthday dinner for her mother. Everyone was working as a team. Being a mother is a plus. Now, why am I sharing this story on a woman who is ready to go back to work after being a stay-at-home mom for so long? After spending so many years of her life making sure her children grew up with a loving mother who took care of their needs, and now is ready and wants to contribute to the world. Now, the only thing that is stopping her is the fact that she has not been working for many years and is being rejected. She is feeling discouraged and unqualified. What does this have to do with you? Like anyone else in life, I know you want to get ahead. You want to make progress. You want to change your future. You want to change your world. The problem is, you feel unqualified to do so. You feel you're not good enough, so you don't even bother. You keep making up excuses. You give your full focus on other things and avoid what you really want to do, all because you feel you are not qualified. You keep postponing your own happiness. But it doesn't have to be this way, you guys. You see, you may not be a mother, and you may not have gone through what Laura went through or what other mothers are going through. But there is one thing you and Laura and everyone else in this world have in common. You are qualified to do something great in your life. You are here for a purpose. To love your life. To live your life. To make a difference in your world. You're not here to live in fear, to miss out on opportunities just because others don't see your capabilities or your worth. You are not here to live unfulfilled. You are a plus. Do you want to create that group even though people think you don't have what it takes? Go for it. Do you want to apply for that job even though you don't have the years of experience they require? go for it. Do you want to do something you love? Do it. You never know what opportunities this may open up for you. Like Laura, fight through the discouragement. Fight through the disappointments. Fight through the doubts. I know it's hard. But one thing I like to do when I feel it in my spirit that I should do something, even though I'm scared or I feel unqualified to do it, I like to ask myself, what would happen if I do this? What would happen if I don't do this? How will I feel at the end of the day, week, month, year, if I don't do it? How am I going to feel if I stop trying? How am I going to feel if I don't start doing what my heart is telling me to do, even if others don't agree? How will I feel? I recently applied for something I felt in my heart I had to do, even though I felt unqualified to do so. And I actually have done this many times within the last couple of years. Was I disappointed? Of course. Was I a little sad? Sure. But you guys, I choose to not live in regret. I choose to give it a try, and if it works out, it's because it was meant for me. You see, I'm a person of faith, and I leave it all in God's hands. I'm not going to lie. I wrestle through this often, especially when it's something I truly wish to do. And I consider myself an ambitious person in a good way, of course. But I fight through it all. I fight through it because I know it will be worth it. God knows things you don't know. He sees things you don't see. He knows what's best. And to me, that gives me comfort. So today, I want to encourage you to plant this in your heart. Plant it right now, no matter the circumstances. Plant this in your heart and say it with me. I am qualified to do something great in my life. I'm going to say it again. I am qualified to do something great in my life. Now go on, you guys. Go on and do something great in your life, because you are a plus. Hey guys, thanks so much for being with me here today. I hope to see you next week for another episode of Your Encouraging Friend podcast. Please be sure to follow the show and share this message with a friend so they can be encouraged too.